Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and boy, am I excited to show you this ship, guys. I'm going to try to shorten what I did. I already recorded this once, and it was 16 minutes because I love this ship, and I talked too much about it. But let's get into it. This is a Lev Gauler. Doesn't matter what commander you put on this ship, it's going to be freaking awesome. I'm using my accuracy one for my Russian battleships. You could use whatever you want. Now, because this is one that I use for all my Russian battleships for the most part, I normally build into accuracy. If I was building only to this ship, I would probably put John Fisher here, or maybe boost up the AP a little bit. It depends on what you want to build it for. And then the D-Revel for reload. We are using flammable cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, and reaching out XXL with fight fire with fire. And this thing is awesome, guys. I just can't wait to talk about this ship. Aiming systems mod 1, propulsion mod 2. One thing I will note on this first slot, it actually wouldn't be a bad idea if I was to redo this now. I know this sounds crazy not taking aiming systems mod 1 on a Russian battleship, but I probably would go with AA guns mod 2. Get that firing range out 20% more. It will significantly help it. That's up to you though. I will show you why here in a second, guys. Propulsion mod, absolutely on this ship. Don't do the rudder. I normally am one of them people who say do what you choose, right? Whatever you like, not on this ship. Okay, you're gonna be bowing a lot. The main guns are on the front of the ship. You're gonna want to forward and reverse quickly, and this thing has a horrible turning circle, so you do not want to be turning it that much anyway, right? And for your third mod, or you're gonna be using concealment as always, and in the fourth slot, main battery mod 3. Now, again, if you wanted, you could boost the AA on this thing because it does get in a lot of AA matches. And a little boost on this ship will go a long ways. I'll show you here in a second. Loadouts, infinite damage controls, which are handy on a Russian battleship. And these amazing heals. They're not quite Marlboro Conqueror heals, but they are very good heals. They're very good heals. You could build a commander where you could get 4 or 5 if you wanted. I even, just like I said with Montana, BA Montana, these are good enough where I don't need more than that generally. And I'm a focus on this ship as well. For your other consumable, you do have the enhanced secondary targeting. It is what it is. You don't have an option there. Same with the radar. The radar is a very good one, though. It is 11.7. It is short duration, 20 seconds. Very Russian in nature, but I absolutely love this radar. Okay? I just have so much fun with it. As we look into specs, I want to be very clear, guys. Tier 7 premiums are very loaded, right? And this thing 100% stands out. I know this is going to sound absolutely crazy, but I have found my new favorite battleship at Tier 7. And it almost is fighting for my top spot with BA Montana right now as battleships in general, or Minnesota. Like, it's on that level, okay, in Constellation. This is one of the best ships in the entire game. I could play this thing at Legendary tier and do well, okay? And I'm not making that up. This thing is just so powerful. It has only 60,000 hit points and a 24% torpedo reduction, but I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. This thing, even though it is low health, you get them good heals. It's a very tanky ship, and it's a surprisingly tanky ship, especially when you look at the armor, the guns. Wow, this might be the best guns on any ship I've ever played, right? You're going to laugh at me right now. There are only 6 of them, and they're 16-inch guns, so they're not the biggest guns in the world, But man, are these things good. You get 6 of them, they reload in 24 seconds, which isn't terrible. I mean, that would be like if you had 9 of them, that'd be like it reloading at what, 35 or 36, so it would be a little slow, but it makes up for it in its AP damage, okay? And its accuracy. Yes, it's rushing, and I said accuracy. These guns at 19.6 can hit anything on the dang map. The shells get there fast. You even catch cruisers with them. Everything. These are in the entire game that I played. Cruiser, destroyer, battleship. My favorite guns that I've ever used. Whatever the heck these are, they should put them on everything. 40% fire chance. The HE damage isn't wonderful, but the fire chance is pretty decent. AP shell damage is wonderful. 16-inch guns, they have a 14.5 AP damage. I mean, that's rivaling Missouri's AP damage, right? So that's pretty darn good. AA defense, this is why I said you could build into it. If I was going to respect this thing, this thing is so accurate, I probably wouldn't take the aiming systems and I would build into the AA. I have had a lot of carrier matches with this thing. Is the AA terrible? No. One thing is if you see on the second set there, that 4 kilometers at 212, if you boosted that by the 20% in that first slot, all of a sudden that's out at like 5 kilometers and you have very good AA. This AA isn't right now as it is. It's not the worst in the game, but a lot of it's kind of at that 4 kilometers. So a lot of times when you're getting focused by a carrier, they've already gotten their weapons off by the time you get it. Maximum speed, it's decent. Turning circle is atrocious, but again, the way you should play this ship, because both your guns are on the front, you shouldn't be doing big turning circles in it. If you're doing it, probably not the best play style for this ship. Rudder at 16.2. All you need to know is this ship goes forward and back just fine. Concealment 13.3. It's Russian and it's a battleship, so you're not going to sneak up on a dead moose. Statistics. This is one thing here. This is a ship that can carry an entire team, okay? Now, it's only a 75% win rate, but you have to realize 2 of the matches I tried to be playing a little fancy and gave up too much of my broadside, okay? That is a weakness of the ship. Definitely a weakness of every ship in the game, but particularly this one. Having them 2 first matches out of this, I have had some insane matches, and I'm surprised this win rate ain't even high or isn't higher, because you can 100% carry a bad team, and I've almost done it multiple times where you just take on everybody and you can still almost win it. Battle results, 28 played. I've survived 14 of them, meaning this is a tough ship. If you're surviving half your matches in a battleship, that's a solid number. Also, main gun accuracy, 49%. Let me say that again, 49%. 49. It is, I don't know the actual stats on this thing, but it doesn't matter if it's at 19.6 you're shooting people at. It doesn't matter if you're at 5 kilometers. This thing is freaking accurate. Is the best guns, like I said, the best guns I've ever played with in this game. I know that sounds like I'm being crazy, but I played 28 game matches, and it's not like I had played 2 and said they're really good. So my average damage, 106. About average. You take them 2 really bad games out, and this number is going to go up. I can 100% assure you that this number is going to go up. And you have to consider with this ship, I am targeting destroyers, and I'm still getting over 100,000 damage a game. It's very good ship. Potential damage, 1 million XP. Well, there's a lot of times people just haven't messed with me on this one, okay? But this is as tanky as BA Montana. Like, this will come up. This will be 1.4 eventually, I can almost assure you. And then you can see my max damage 206. I haven't had that crazy game in it yet, but I have had a lot of good games. And once I figured out this is a bow-in ship, my stats have been incredible in this thing. So, armor. We're going to pull this all up for you here. You have a 25 millimeter bow and stern. So you're thinking, oh, it gets overmatched by all the battleships at the tier. And it technically it does, but because you have this armor belt, I have played this ship bow in, okay, like crazy. And I've only been citadeled through the front twice by battleships. And they were at long plunging distances, okay? So like 18 kilometers. Up close, you're not going to get a citadel on this thing. I don't know why. But it hasn't. That extended belt definitely saves this thing and makes this thing super tough. I am not kidding when I say that. This thing is obnoxiously tough. Now, we will take this off, and you're going to see right here the weakness to this ship, and it is a weakness. If you give up your broadside, if you're sitting like this, and another battleship's shooting at you, you're dead. It doesn't matter. Okay? Some ships you can get away with being broadside in. This is not one of them. This is the only weakness that I can think of to this ship. The AA isn't great, but it's not really a weakness. This is kind of the weakness. This is your citadel, is your armor belt. Okay? And like I said, you can and will get dab struck. I learned that very quickly in my first 2 matches in this, trying to be fancy and thinking I could get away with stuff. You can from the front, not from the side. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship. And I am an above average player. Not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, we are in the match. And this match, I feel like, is a perfect way to showcase it. Now, I'm going to have a lot of matches coming up that I have saved in this thing. I'm going to have to only start out a few of them, but I've had a lot of good matches. But I felt like this one really showcased how to play this ship. Is it the highest damage? No, but we're going to have a lot of fun in this match, I can assure you. So, to our destroyer's credit, he's going to go straight out and try to spot for us. So we are moving up. And we're being careful. We're not going full speed. We don't necessarily want to be the first thing spotted. But at the same time, we are very tanky. In Islands of Ice here, this is a very good match to showcase because this map can in fact be very tough to get control of the center of the map. And you're going to see us do it with pretty much ease. And outside of this Yugamo in front of us, which outside of him, we're not going to have any help, really. And we're going to be taking on a lot of people. I think a total of 6 by the end of the match. Okay, so we're spotted. Our Yugamo is doing a good job trying to spot here. He's sending torps up. Want to credit this Yugamo. He's not going to have a great score in this game, but he was a fantastic destroyer player to have in front of me. Yeah, I know. It's surprising. It's a Yugamo, but yeah. So I wait a few seconds and wait till the destroyer gets in my range. But smart player, he goes, he knows that this has a radar. He gets behind the island. Credit to him, right? And that's why I said I didn't just radar as soon as I get a chance. So we see the breast. We can't really see him that well. We do an auto aim shot. And we get a citadel. 4 out of our 6 shells hit. And one of them was a citadel. Now, we're safe at this angle. Anything too much is you're going to notice in this match, I'm going to be looking left and right quite a bit. Particularly that right side where I can get caught. We're just going to back up a little bit. There is a lot of people not thrilled with me right now. But that's okay. So again, we're going to wait for him a little bit. send out more. And the other thing about being bow in with this ship is you see the torpedoes go by me. It's hard to hit with a torpedo. It's very skinny, narrow ship, right? So it's hard to see. Now, this is what I love about our Yugamo. He shoots his guns off, right? And this is a Lushan, pretty decent destroyer. And he 100% does, in fact, try to help me get rid of this destroyer. Now, I don't know if he's going to win this fight or not, but I can assure you, I appreciate that. He went forward, he spotted, and he shot his guns off, right? There's just a lot of enemies here to get rid of them. I'm doing my best to try to help. He smokes up to try to get rid of Lushan here, and he gets shot up and dies. But to his credit, he tried. I really like that, right? He didn't give up without a fight. Lushan stuck against the side. We got him broke. I'm trying to let people know, hey, he's spotted. Then I realize I'm the only one in the middle of the map, and I did not realize that for a little bit. You're going to see. So we're going to go push in. Why are we going to push in? Because he's shooting his guns off, and I want to get rid of him. And I'm going to wait till I see him. We're going to go ahead and take a shot. Now, I thought he was dead. Okay, we're going to get pretty close. We're still going to hit 2 shells on him, and we're going to get fired. So I thought he was dead. So I wasn't really paying much attention, but you can see right away that he damaged cons right beforehand. Okay, we got 2 fires on us. We're being careful. Why am I not putting them 2 fires out? This thing's got great heals. Don't care about fire damage. What I do care about is getting torped in the front a bunch of times and having a fire. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of them. And that is our first destroyer down. Alright, so we've done that. We got help get rid of that breast over here. And we're going to go ahead. We have the Cherbourg and I can't remember what the other ship is. But we're going to go ahead and let Cherbourg take his turn here. And I do get pretty unlucky here. Again, torps come by, but because we're skinny side up, we're not going to get hit with all of them. In fact, we don't get hit with any of them. And I should have, to be honest with you, took that shot on the Lenin here. I honestly thought he was just going to get dev struck by somebody because, honestly, I can assure you if I'd shot Lenin, he would have been dead, but I figured the Cherbourg is more of a threat. And knowing what I do about my salvo, I guess we did do a lot of damage to Cherbourg. I'm happy with that. I actually should have probably got rid of Lenin, but again, getting rid of a cruiser is very good. Now you notice we're located and we're spotted, and you notice I started pushing up. Why did I do that? I know there's a destroyer in front of us. So we spot him. It's Akazuki. Both destroyers in the entire match were here. We're going to take about half his health on the first salvo, and he's going to run away from us. Why is that important? Because he's going to get close enough to get spotted by a friendly, and my radar's going to run out, and he's still going to be spotted, and we're just going to be chasing him. I can't help it, guys. I see a destroyer, and I turn into like a dog chasing cars, and we're going to go ahead and get another decent salvo. He is skinny side to me, and I still hit him with 4 shells. That is what I love about this ship. Okay? He was not broadside. He was as skinny as he made himself, and we still hit him with 4 shells. And it does not matter the distance on this ship. So we're going to go in and get this cap. Now, I know my map awareness isn't wonderful, but I was paying attention to the right and left, didn't realize we've been waffle stomping this team. Even at this moment, I was like, all right, let's be smart here. Let's go without firing my guns here. Let's get the cap. And then New Jersey's here out in the middle. And to be honest, had I known that we're winning this match as well, I should have just shot his broadside here because it would have went pretty well for me. I can almost assure you. But I hold off to get the cap. All right. So we're going to get extra points. And obviously, instead of damage hunting, cap control is the way to go. But you see it. We've already gotten rid of 4 ships. We either help get rid of them or kill them. Right. So we have 3 assists, 1 kill. So again, you can see we have completely taken control of this middle of this map. And now that we see he shot his guns off and he can't stop our timer, we're going to go ahead and shoot him. And he is, we do hit him with 5 of 6 shells at that distance. Get a okay salvo. To be honest, kind of surprised I didn't Citadel him there. But I did get a little bit unlucky in this game with Citadels. I can assure you that doesn't happen often. You are going to get Citadels with this ship. We're going to send another set out. And you can see we actually overpin a broadside New Jersey at 12 kilometers. But again, most of our shells hit again. And that's what I like about this. When you see the shots that come out of this, even at range, these are solid salvos. You can see even that one, pretty tight accuracy there. And that has some of the best looking salvos I've seen come out of a battleship. In fact, it's the best. I'll just say how it is. It is the best. If I could put these guns on everything, I would. I really love them. Now, Shimanto decided he wanted to start a fire on us. And we're going to go ahead and return the favor. He even slows down. And he cannot even... These shells get there so quick, there's not much he can do. We get our high caliber. He sends another round towards me. I don't care. He can burn me all he wants. I have another heal. The ship's burning you up in this thing. It does not matter. And we know he's going to turn out a little bit, so we're going to send another salvo. And... probably the worst that you've seen come out of it, but we still hit him a cruiser with 4 shells out of our 6 at 12 kilometers. And that was probably the worst salvo out of the entire match. And very quickly, you can see this match is over. We take a shot, but he is going to go ahead. And I did not lead him quite far enough. And we get our 5th assist, a helping hand. Which I've gotten a lot of them since I've came out now. That seems to be a award I get almost every time. But we get a solid game, 128, but 3,500 base XP. We really helped our team win. I want to say thanks to Yugamo for being a solid destroyer in front of me. And anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Let me know what you think of this ship down in the comments, guys. Have a good one.